everyone, and good morning. Okay, I'm just reminiscing a little bit here, and I'm going back to the very first video that I made. And it says here March 21st, 2016. It just seems it was a lot earlier than that I did this video. I just felt like there was something wrong with the timestamp here because I believe I had overcome in 2012. 13, I was starting to read the scriptures, and then I picked up the videos. I started taping. Just like that, I just started to talk, thinking that, well, I'll get a few of my testimonies out that are really important, and then that would be it for me. And then I did it. I'd given my testimony and letting people know that it's okay to have that relationship with Jesus and to fight for that relationship, because He is the one that is going to save you. He is your Savior. He is the one that you are supposed to be running to begin with. He is before you. When I Am came to me, He showed me everything He showed everything that was yet to come. So I knew when it did happen that I was right where I was supposed to be, just as He told me it would be. Now, this video, I mean, I wanted to go back and see how far off I strayed, if I did, from the first video that I made. And when I looked at it, I thought, wow, I don't think I strayed too far. And here it says, He's alive in here with us. Must see, believe. And I didn't realize that when I did the video that you couldn't see Him, that you could only see the angel in black kneeling behind Jesus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the picture again, but on my phone, because every time I go out, when I'm moved to show the picture to that person, they do see Him, and I do receive a reaction from them. I remember when I first got this picture, I was standing, I'm not kidding, I was standing outside of a church, a Catholic church. I wouldn't go in, but I was outside of the church. And there was a woman and a young boy. And the boy must have been about 8 years old. And I asked her, is it okay if I show this picture? And I knelt down and I showed him, as I'm going to show you how I opened it up. And that little face was so bright, his eyes were so huge, and all he could say was, "That's not possible." "That's not possible," was his words. See, when I was starting to show the picture myself, believe me, I was rejected quite a bit by a lot of people that didn't even bother. "Oh, I don't believe in him. Get away from me." That kind of wow moment, So I stopped showing the picture. And then it was the Holy Spirit who slowly would move me to show the picture to someone. And every time I was moved by the Holy Spirit, that person received the picture. And when I went to go and give the picture and show it, I was rejected. So I was being, taught. I was learning on what to do here. Another thing I didn't like people saying was, "Well, you must be awfully special," like in such an attitude, And I'm thinking to myself, that's not why I'm doing this. Like, you know, I don't know why, you know, anyway, let me try to open this up again on my phone, and then I'm going to have to get back into the wheel, okay? It's important. I got to do this before the 10th, and it's just to finish off what I have started. I think it's important. So let me just try to show you. Okay, this is on my phone. I don't know if you can see him, but this is Jesus here. That little black dot there, that's his head. Here he is here, and his hand is sticking out where he's raising his hand. He's doing a blessing, okay? There's the angel in black, okay? His head is bowed. His hand is on his knee in the back. You could see it's very clear. I mean, it's for me anyway. So now this here, this is a stone that they both came with. This is not on my roof, nor is it behind me. There's no building behind me that's taller than my house. Okay, so this here, the stone they brought with them. This is not the kind of stone that people build their homes today. Okay, let me just play around with this. I know it's the lighting. His gown that he's wearing is white, so it's white on white here. Why? Oh, crap. Try that. Again, there's the ridge right here. This is the top of the house. This is not there. This is what they came with right there, where my thumb is, right there. Okay. Come on. All right, so there's the house. Okay, so you can start seeing it right here. Well, that's the best I can do. Okay. So really, my channel is all about testimony. And this was my foundation. And my foundation was Jesus. I only thought I would be doing 1 or 2 videos, and that was it. And I'm still sitting here today. Okay, so we're right back here at the Rotary International, okay? I just want to read this here, so it's just a reminder so that we all understand where I'm coming from, okay? So here, I just want to read this paragraph. A group of engineers advised that the geared wheel was mechanically unsound and would not work without the keyway in the center of the gear to attach it to the power shaft. So in 1923, the keyway was added to signify the wheel was a worker and not an idler. The key word in the center of the hub is of great significance because it is the individual Rotarian member who is the key factor in every club. So we know that this man, this gentleman, Robin's Hood, is a Rotarian member because we can see it. It's just above his head. It's a wheel, okay, in the green room. If you search it out, you'll find it. So we know that he's a Rotarian member, and he is a self-proclaimed 33-degree Mason. He will tell you in his own words that this is who he is and how it works within the spirit within the wheel. So let's continue. Rotarians member, who is the key factor in every club. Quality members are the keys needed for the hub to engage with the shaft and turn, putting the energy into motion and creating the power for the gears to work. Now, quality members would be people like this man, Jonathan Kleck. He would be a quality member. I also believe because of the coffin behind him on the wall, which is called a tracing board, a 3rd degree tracing board. Okay, so he would be a quality member. All right, so it's very important you remember this, what I read here, okay, and how this wheel works, and that the members, the Rotarian members, okay, are the quality members, are the keys to engage with the shaft and turn, putting their energy into motion and creating the power to the gears to do their work. So these quality members are sitting right where they're supposed to be sitting. They've been put there. Okay, so let's listen to what this man has to say about being a 33-degree Mason.
Hey, by the way, I'm a 33-degree Mason. I just want to let everybody know that. I know what the secrets are. You finally grasp your injected thoughts into your brain as you get the negative and the positive, and then so it's kind of like you put it all in a hat. It's constant. Look, when I tell you these thoughts are consistently running, it's true. Thoughts constantly run into my head. And I know that there's both sides all the time. There's both sides all the time. And when Satan throws his thoughts, it's like it goes up and then it waits. And then the angels, look, they're angels, right? Angels are ministering spirits. Whether it's ministering lies, ministering truth, angels are ministering spirits. So, I talk to angels, right? I talk to angels. I know how do you think I know what's going on with the world? How do you think I know the secrets of the society? Well, it's because when they are thinking, when the secret society is talking and thinking, they have ministering spirits also injecting thoughts into their head. Lies, truth. Lies, truth. Your guilty conscience blocks the truth injections because you tried to suppress it. when they're talking about their secrets in their society amongst themselves, and whether they're thinking about it or talking about it, having meetings about it, the same ministering spirits that are ministering to them, well, they hang out, They hang out, they communicate with the same ministering spirits that I have. So when you go up into your world, and there's just legions of them, they talk too. The angels talk to each other. They communicate back and forth telepathically. And that's how I know what's going on in Steve's brain, because the same spirits, they relate a message to me.
Yeah, I felt good. The energy was surging through my veins. I could feel.
Former 33rd degree Freemason Manly P. Hall made a similar statement about energy surging through the hands. Hall said, quote, "When the Mason learns that the key to the warrior on the block is the proper application of the dynamo of living power, he has learned the mystery of his craft. The seething energies of Lucifer are in his hands, and before he may step onward and upward, he must prove his ability to properly apply energy." It's interesting that Hall uses the term dynamo. Dynamo happens to be the name used by Europe's most popular magician.
But being a true magician, a true dynamo, I use it to my advantage.
Hall says that when a person has learned the proper application of the dynamo of living power, the seething energies of Lucifer are in his hands. Dynamo burned an image of his right hand into a display case at a store as people watched.
Alright, do me a favour, hold your hands out like this. And just tell me if you feel the heat.
Guys, check out this effect that this literally happened. It's a residual effect of some of this lighting and just other stuff, but I just is like the containers, but this has just happened. Look at this, because of the residual lighting and because the proximity of the light is close, so it makes it look like it's moving really fast, like blood and fire, like an artery, and it's just like, I don't even know what to say, guys. I mean, what? it's
So you see, quality members are the keys needed for the hub to engage with the shaft and turn, putting the energy into motion and creating the power for the gears to do their work. Okay, so what I want to show you here is a 3rd degree tracing board. Now, this tracing board is above this man, Jonathan Clack's head on the wall, and he says it's a hanger for his parachute. Well, you never see the parachute there, and you would think that the parachute would be there, being that it was such a great day and with him coming out, and it was such an event that you would think that it would be hanging up there, but it isn't. And so what I found out about the 3rd degree tracing board, which is just another nugget to say that this man is a Freemason, is that I believe, this is what I believe. Now, I don't know as far as facts are concerned here, but I believe that they put their own achievements and they draw it in the middle of the coffin here. Okay, and this would be your 3rd degree tracing board, which is above his head. So let me just show you this, okay? Well, let me show you what a 2nd degree tracing board looks like, okay? Second degree. Okay, so this would be your second degree tracing board. Okay. Second degree. Okay. Can't find the first degree, but it's in here somewhere. Okay. And then everybody just has different pictures in this here, but this is a definite third degree tracing board. Here's another one. Okay, different pictures, circle within the circle, spirit. Okay, 5. Okay, 5 is a big number here also to this person. Okay, so you get an idea, right? Okay, so what I want to show you here is the tracing board. This is a tracing board, and he has something right here. Now it looks like a heart. In some pictures it looks like this here, this V that he's got with the fangs. But it also, like I said, it's a drawing which is in the middle of the coffin as a third degree tracing board and his achievements. So I don't know what else to say about that. So let's just, we're going to leave it there. But I also have to go back and talk about this for a minute. Okay, remember the octagon, not good, right? Not good at all. But yet Colette thinks this is really funny. It's really funny to see a Bible burning on an octagon table. Isn't that something? Watching the Spirit at work, he is in his glory. Right. The Trident. Guarding the gates of the underworld and the 9/11 memorial. Okay, so this has all to do with the underworld when we're dealing with the trident. And you can see this, that it was around the octagon with the pulsing light, and it was the trident forks that were all around it as though to protect the underworld. Okay, and the shells representing the shells of people. Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's just read it all out. Okay. When looked upon as a weapon of Shiva, the Trishula is said to destroy the three worlds: the physical world, the world of forefathers, representing culture drawn from the past, and the world of the mind, representing the process of sensing and acting. This is where we get the bad actors, right? So here we are conscience. You're searing the conscience, okay? The three worlds are supposed to be destroyed by Shiva in a single non-dual plane of existence. On December 21st, 2012, the Earth entered into a new place in space. We entered into the age of Aquarius, the age of the symbols, and certainly about 3 into 1. Their trinity is Satan, the Antichrist, and the false prophet. Remember this. This is the trident, okay? The Trinity, Satan, Antichrist, and false prophet, all separate yet one. Their goal is to destroy what God has made, to sustain the spell cast on humanity, to blind and to deceive them, and create the complete order of Satan. This is where we get that shh from, and deceive them, and create the the completed order of Satan. Okay. On September 11, 2011, there was an energy shift in the spiritual world. The unveiling of the twin tridents on the 10-year anniversary of 9/11 at Ground Zero. The energy of I can't pronounce that. Poseidon, the earth shaker, god of cities and water, and Shiva, the god of transformation. The twin tridents also symbolize the number 33, standing next to each other, completion and transformation. And then here we have the pictures here. Okay. And here is a picture of the trident. Okay. And the octagon, and inside the octagon is the pulsing energy of light. Circle within the circle. Oh, the glitter. Now here, this is a bell. Now I showed you the tridents. I showed you the rotary, the Rotarian symbols and their art. Okay. Now as you're coming out of the park, you see this bell, and the bell is on the left-hand side. And it's almost as though if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and you're walking down the river and you see all of this, it's like the pages are just turning on you, and you're reading as you're walking along the river. And then you come out of the river, and on your left-hand side you see this bell, as though to say the bell has rung. So let me just show you. There's a, I guess this is the wood here, and then this is the bronze. Let me just show you. This is what it says. Bell measure. I don't know what this is all about, but bronze and wood. And when I think of wood, I think of Jonathan Kleck, because it's like he says, you know, who would actually, if true, who and why would somebody draw someone else's face in the wood? And these are his own words. So, you know, like, I found, I don't know, I can't get away of thinking of the South Forest concerning Jonathan Kleck, this man here. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that for now, and I will leave all the scriptures in the description box and in the comments. Okay, so I hope this all came together. No fear, be love and give hope. Don't panic about what is happening. We just have to keep moving forward. Okay, don't worry about the distractions. God is before us, and his word will be said.